Happy Tuesday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super quick update. NASDAQ market is retesting previous highs. I don't know if it's just me, but market seems incredibly slow today. I do want to remind you it might be because NVIDIA is set to report earnings tomorrow. NVIDIA is one of the largest publicly traded stocks in the market. Again, sits at a $4.4 trillion market cap. I will be making a video later today doing a fundamental and technical analysis. If you want to look out for that, just another reason to subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. But yes, NVIDIA is set to report earnings tomorrow after the market closes. I do plan to live stream it. All I ask you to do is get this video to over 1,000 likes. I just want to make sure enough people end up showing up. With that being said, NASDAQ market is in the green, but also retesting that moving average resistance, which is quite surprising. Markets are beginning to push up for no reason when they were aggressively selling off yesterday during the extended hours due to the news of Trump firing Fed Governor Lisa Cook. Now it says Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook says President Trump has no authority to fire her, which is true. Again, if you have any form of common sense, you would understand that. I will continue to carry out my duties. It's insane to me, the world that we live in today. And you'll see people in the comment section defending what Trump is doing. Oh yeah, but we should be cutting rates. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter what Trump wants. The whole point is that the Federal Reserve has a duty, and they have a duty to focus on price stability and a strong labor market. And yes, based off of recent data in the labor market, it can support a rate cut possibly in September, just like Jerome Powell announced, right? But it's data dependent. Don't pretend like your opinion matters or my opinion matters or Trump's opinion matters when it doesn't. The whole reason of the Federal Reserve is that they're independent. They're not to be influenced by politicians or by presidents so they can get what they want. The whole reason is that they are not influenced by other politicians. That is what makes it so unique. And the reason that markets began to sell off originally is because of how this would really crush financial markets if it were to be understood that Trump does have authority to remove or dictate or really control the central bank or the Federal Reserve. So for those that did not hear, supposedly Trump is firing Lisa Cook over mortgage fraud allegations. Lisa Cook is a board member of the Federal Reserve. Why is Trump doing this? Trump wants to remove Lisa and wants to remove other members that are less willing to cut interest rates in the Federal Reserve because all he wants are interest rate cuts. Again, it doesn't matter what he wants. It doesn't matter what you want. What matters is that the Federal Reserve has a specific goal. They've made it very clear for the past few years. Nothing has changed. But as Trump implemented tariffs, it made it more uncertain. So they began to be more cautious. By them, I mean the Federal Reserve. Now they look like they're interested in possibly cutting rates in September, but Trump is asking for at least 300 basis point rate cuts, which again is absolutely insane. Data would not support this. Again, if you have any form of common sense, think about this. If tariffs are shown to be inflationary because now they've been brought back after this 90-day pause that Trump implemented, now that they're being brought back and now that they're being showcased on our inflation reports, if tariffs are shown to be inflationary and inflation begins to uptick, and if, let's say, we do begin to do what Trump wants and we begin to cut rates by 300 basis points, cutting interest rates is also inflationary. So not only would you have tariffs that is causing inflation to go up, but now you would have the interest rate cuts also exacerbating the entire problem. Again, anyone with common sense understands this. It is so wild to me that people will just blindly accept whatever Trump says. I want to remind you, he is choosing to fire a Fed governor over allegations. She has not been convicted. She has not been found guilty. Who is alleging this? Trump's ally, Pultz. It's this fat guy. This guy that owns a mortgage company. Of course, he also wants interest rates to be cut because it would benefit his business. And this is the part that annoys me the most, is that we have these people in power that are regulating our government that directly benefit from the laws that they are trying to put in place. How is that not a conflict of interest? He submitted a criminal referral to the DOJ pretty much stating that Lisa Cook purchased a property, a second property, and put it as her primary residence. And it's not her primary residence, is what he is alleging. That is why he is claiming that she committed mortgage fraud. When people see the word mortgage fraud, they think something crazy. No, he is saying that she mislabeled it as a primary residence when it's a maybe secondary home, is what he's alleging. And because of that allegation, Trump decided to fire her. And this is why, again, it's going to make him look like an absolute idiot in front of everyone because now he's being sued. And for those that also understand the process, you would understand that Lisa Cook has the right to challenge her firing, and a court will issue her an injunction to keep her in the position while the case is litigated. And Lisa is known to be able to keep her term up until January 31st, 2038. That is where the market currently is as of right now. So again, markets were originally reacting to this. We'll see how they continue. NASDAQ is testing previous highs, but the reason that markets were reacting originally in a negative way is that they don't want Trump or any president to control the Federal Reserve. There's a reason that there is a separation of power. There's a reason that the Federal Reserve is independent. And Trump's inability to accept that and respect that will, again, cause more conflict in these financial markets. Please, when you hear this news, I just really hope that you put yourself in anyone else's shoe, that if it wasn't Trump doing this, you would not be okay with it. So why is it okay if Trump is doing it? Get off the bandwagon and call bullshit for what it is. It's bullshit. A president cannot remove someone a Fed official based off of allegations that she has not been convicted for. It wasn't fair and it wasn't right when it was done to Trump and him being prosecuted for 34 felonies. I didn't agree with that. Obviously, that was complete BS, and I think that was able to actually get removed. But nonetheless, him now being a hypocrite and doing it to others is why the circle continues to go around. Please just have some form of common sense. And when you criticize one side, just make sure that, again, you're not looking like a hypocrite because now you're doing the same. So again, I'll do my part in keeping you guys up to date. I personally believe markets are a little bit on the overbought side, but that truly doesn't matter because NVIDIA reports earnings tomorrow, and that will dictate if we gap up or gap down based off of not only its earnings, but also its guidance of up and coming quarters. I'll make sure that I do my part in keeping you guys up to date. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. And again, if you want access to my live trading session starting tomorrow, second link in the description down below, and I'll see you then. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.